Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc, and my goal with this video is to analyze everything that was mentioned or shown in the behind the scenes divination skill video that just got released a few minutes ago on the RuneScape official YouTube channel. I will put the link in the description if you want to check it out yourself. So let's press the play button and see the very first thing we see about divination. So right there we can see a guy harvesting energy from what it seems, and I'll stop the video right there. We can already tell many things. First of all, it's a collecting skill. Probably most of you already knew that. They have already mentioned that. But we can tell a lot more things than just that. So first of all, when harvesting the resources stay at the same spot. There's like this ground thing. I don't think this can move, and in the wall video this doesn't move. But if you check the other resources energy, they move while they are like idle. So this could maybe advantage people who want to train in group because they won't run away, the resources won't run away, and like you will be able to see, you could probably lure the resources close to the hole. I'll explain that later to get more experience. So yeah, those are the holes, and I guess it will show it later. Right there, what mark is explaining is that you will be able to use divination in dungeon ring. So there's also another thing. If you can use divination in dungeon ring, could you do complexity 2, so C2 divination training? Because right now the best way to train fishing and woodcutting, like efficiency wise, is to train C2 and collect all the resources. It's like overpowered experience. And he also mentioned that the skill is like fishing, hunter, and runespawn. Okay, right there we got a lot more information. As you can see, there are two balls, two big ball and one black ball, and this is not at all the look of the old ones. So there are different types of energy, probably depending on the level, and they will give you obviously different resources. Right there, as you can see, there's only one small black one, and it's totally not the same thing. As you can see right there, is actually what I think is banking, or like converting the resources. That's probably what he is currently doing. He needs to do it multiple times, so it's not only a one-shot deal like a real banking. So after fishing, you simply, well, probably not fishing, but you don't simply put all of them in the bank. It takes some time depending on how many you harvest, and from my understanding, it will be more clear later in the video if I just fast forward. So yeah, right there, that's what I mentioned. If you trap or lure the resources close to the hole, then it's very fast to collect them. But it doesn't seem that it goes back and run away from you instantly. So I don't know if it will make a big change if you're in a group. And now it talks about random stuff. Right there. And now that's another big part of the skill. You can actually use the items to craft different things. So as we can see right there, there will be 12 different types of energy, ranging from Paul all the way to incandescent, whatever it's called. And this will probably be level 90 and plus stuff, like you will be able to see, because later in the video we see that the lowest level requirement to make a luminous thing is level 92. So incandescence should be higher than that. And right there we can even see more things. You require 500 bright energy to craft this item. So this means that the energy will be a stackable resources, otherwise you couldn't have 500 of them. But as you can tell, you need to put them into the hole and you get back something. And I'm probably sure that what you harvest is not stackable, and then you put them into the hole and you receive a stackable resources that you can use to craft items. Right there we can see it gives experience, so I could probably tell that the energy will be not tradable, otherwise it will be kind of dumb, because the fastest way to train would be to simply buy the resources and craft the item yourself. So the resources will probably be not tradable, so you get them yourself, you craft items that will be useful for yourself. Right there we can see it's not tradable, you cannot IL them, but there are other things that are, like, let's say, tradable. Right there we can say it's alchable, and later we can see things that are tradable, like this one. You can trade it, and the high alchemy value is quite high for resources you collect, because if you check, for example, the fishing supplies or the mining supplies, if you out them, it's really bad experience. So this could be a quite good way, well, maybe not this thing you can craft with the skill, because it's only 111 GP, but I'm sure that there will be some things that if you craft them, you will get shitloads of cash. And I really hope they balance their things, because there could be some exploit possible. Another thing we can tell is that you don't only need energy to craft things. You also need, well, sometimes you also need a real, well, regular or old item. For example, a crayfish. And this could really shift the economy. Well, not really shift the economy, but maybe like what summoning did. So summoning used really unusual items that were not really popular back then, and by using them with charms, you could trade pouch, so the demand for those unused items really rised up. But so far in the whole video, all the secondary items you need are fairly common, so I don't know if their goal was really that. And now I want to analyze what's actually showing up there. Right there we can see a log, then a fish, then a ore, and we can also tell that this will be energy. There's energy for each different products, so you can craft like a cheap boon of bright energy, you can craft another boon of, I don't know how it's called, but better energy, all the way to incandescent. And the type of fish is important. So right there I guess I can tell it's iron ore, but it's not always iron ore. It can be like a silver ore. Well, it all depends on my skill to actually end the video at the right spot. Okay. Right there we can see there are different things, and it's not always the same thing. So you have like the pole energy. If you go to the next step, which is the bright energy, I think, it's not only the improved version. There are things that are exclusive to a certain type of energy, or there's like gap. There's like the pole regeneration thing, then the bright there's nothing, then the next type of energy there will be something for regeneration. Shit, I think it's later. And it's also useful for combats. So right there we saw, for example, the fishing and the mining stuff. So we could expect that the experience rate for those skills, like the collecting skills, might be improved, because let's be honest, what could they be? They can be better experience, or you get more resources while collecting them. That's pretty much it. And I guess it will be an experience improvement. That's my call. And it's also useful for combat. So there are things you can do, for example, auto regeneration. So when your health is low, then it will boost your health. But we don't really know a lot about that. Right there, as we can tell, this is a magic log. I'll try to pose. Okay, so this is a magic log. So there are all the different types of logs. And like I've mentioned earlier, this is the luminous energy, which is the second highest leveled energy. And this requires level 92. So we could expect the higher one to be have an even bigger divination level requirement. And as we can tell, it doesn't seem to be that expensive so far. I mean, to create the item protection, so when you die you save an extra items, like you can tell right now, it's only like 4 prayer potions. This seems kind of cheap. Obviously there's this little bar, so there are probably many other things hidden, but we cannot really tell so far. I don't really remember if there's other things I forgot to mention. I guess this will be pretty much it for this video. I hope you liked it, and see ya!